Dawson with the charge. Brandon Day avoids it. We are off and running. Two heavyweight sluggers locking up here at Wild Things. Zane Dawson against Virginia's Brandon Day. Cecil Scott, this one is going to get violent and ugly, possibly real quick.
Oh, yeah, this is a grown man's match here. And Brandon Day, somebody really capturing the attention of the CWF faithful. A relative newcomer, they've really taken to him.
I thought it was a little bit interesting just how much of the CWF Mid-Atlantic crowd is firmly behind Brandon Day here. Zane Dawson has made enemies of us all here at CWF Mid-Atlantic, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, nobody likes the guy. And Brandon Day, I think, is a very interesting technique. He's going to wrestle Zane Dawson. And Zane Dawson will turn this into a fist fight really quick if you let him.
Well, Brandon Day's mantra, his motto that he lives by is technical violence, and that may be the best way to beat. Oh, God!
He tried to hold on and he slipped.
A terrible spill to the ground. We heard him slap off the floor and the mats here. This thing could be over already. A horrible fall.
Man, hit the back of his head on this floor, too. I saw it.
It was a Cactus Jack-esque sound here in the Sportatorium. The unmistakable sound of flesh and bone clashing onto the floor. Day seems to have his bearings, though. Oh, God, he hit the post.
He might have cracked his forearm on that. Referee up to 6. God, this thing might be over before it ever really begins if they don't get in the ring.
Absolutely devastating. Brandon Day hit the ground hard, hit the post hard, and now Zane Dawson is taking over. I was just about to say, Brandon Day likes to utilize a style that he calls technical violence, and against a guy like Zane Dawson, if I was Brandon Day, I would want to keep things as technical as possible because I don't think you're going to produce more violence than Zane Dawson.
No, Zane Dawson, he's just as fine punching you in the mouth as he is wrestling you, even though this is a mighty fine top wrist lock.
Dawson can wrestle, make no mistake about it.
Yeah, he and his brother for years have been a great tag team across the Carolinas.
Cover here only got 2, and now we are seeing him step into his own as a singles wrestler, a top contender for so many championships all over the Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah, we saw he pushed Arik Royal to the limit not that long ago, a couple of times. They got Brandon Day going for a German. Oh, Zane Dawson able to block it. Very smart move, hook that toe around the back of the leg. And he's gone right back to that arm. We don't know the severity of how badly that arm of Brandon Day is. But it's not getting any better if Zane Dawson keeps going after it. A nice single arm DDT there.
Boy, Brandon Day has got a lot of fight in him, but it is tough to come back from a couple of big, heavy blows. It's not the same as hitting a man, hitting a wrestler in a move or in a hold. You know, Cecil, you've been in the ring. You can touch on this. You know, even if you can't necessarily do anything about it, you anticipate the blow. You've got your adrenaline flowing. You know what's coming. When you just lose your footing like that, and all of a sudden you're on the ground, it's jarring, it's stunning, and almost puts you in a state of shock because you weren't expecting it the same way that you were expecting maybe, you know, a clothesline or a drop kick or whatever. You had no anticipation. It came right out of nowhere and just blindsided him.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And adding the fact that in his mind, he had held on to the ropes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's one of those things, he was not expecting that drop.
You know, in the ring, you're on guard at all times. Even when you're on offense, you know that a drop kick, a clothesline, anything could be coming from any direction. And a lot of times we see the momentum in matches change when a guy gets blindsided or when a guy lets his guard down and he's not prepared for anything. In the ring, it just kind of goes with the territory. You prepare for anything. Look at those big body shots from Dawson. What a beast.
And Brandon Day's a lot like an Arik Royal, to where he's a lot more effective when he's coming forward. Maybe not as strong defensively, and we're seeing that.
Heads up, ducks 2, Brandon Day is gonna make something happen. 2 knees right into the beard of Dawson.
Man, a lot of momentum behind those knees, too, and it's a big man.
Dave's going to take another chance, and he does. He flies through the air. Right into the front row. My gosh.
And you don't see a lot of guys that size doing suicide dives like that.
Unbelievable athlete is Brandon Day.
I get the feeling this is an athlete that's going to go a long way, I think. I think in a year's time, we're going to see a belt around this man's waist.
A veteran of all over the Mid-Atlantic, just coming to CWF this year. Uh-oh, could be the lariat. Dawson is priming that arm. No!
That was maybe not a great move.
Horrible mistake from Day. I think just out of instinct, he stuck with that big roaring elbow, but the pain in his arm clearly getting the better of him as referee Joey Hogan is having to check on him. Like you said, he could have a broken wrist or any number of things could be broken in that arm.
Yeah, it could be broken. It could be anything down to a torn ligament.
Cover. Only got 2. Ref Joey Hogan was right there, but I think it was those precious seconds that saw Zane be able to kind of shake it off enough to get out, but he's still not on his feet. He's still hurting, but Brandon Day is hurt bad.
Yeah, Brandon Day's got to reassess what he can exactly do to hurt Zane Dawson at this point with that hurt arm. And that shoulder hit that.
Oh! The lariat, the most dangerous lariat in wrestling. And I think it just knocked Brandon Day out.
I think that's exactly what happened. And Day hit that arm in the buckle before that lariat, too. That had to stun him a little.
Brandon Day is hurt bad, and Zane Dawson has won another one.
15 seconds, your winner by pinfall, Zane Dawson.